So as we move into week 7, you're going to be wrapping up your research and you're going to be creating 2 summary resources based on what you've discovered in your 5 article reviews. You're going to create a summary paper, and this is a very short paper. This is not a big research paper. You've already done the research in your articles. This is your article reviews. This is just where you bring it together. So the format does need to follow APA style, which is incredibly hard to teach online and in a short-term class. So I've actually created a template for you that covers almost every part of the APA style except for the citations and references. So I'll show you that in just a second. But the components that you need to include are an introductory paragraph that describes your topic. What is your topic? Why is it important to you? And what did you hope to find out about your topic? So basically, why did you choose this? Why is it interesting to you? And then you need to summarize what you found in your articles. So the basic thing you need to include here is a conclusion from all of your articles, and then you need to provide a citation for each of those summaries. Anytime you talk about something from an external source, you have to cite that in a paper. And then the last thing you'll do in the paper is to write a reflective conclusion paragraph, really looking at, now your overall conclusion based on all of the information you were able to find in your articles, your thoughts about that conclusion, and then maybe the applicability of this information. Why is it important? How could it be used? What could we do with that information? And you can see here the criteria for the paper. It's worth 30 points. With most of the points being in that summary of findings. A little bit for the APA style, not much because I'm giving you most of that. So here you're just kind of bringing it all together into a summary. The resource for that looks like this. This is the template. So I've already provided the headers for you. You can leave that the same. We have the title here. You need to put your name here. You can leave the lower part of the title page. Here's the title of your paper. Leave that the same. Then you'll just delete this text and write your introductory paragraph here. You'll delete this text and create the summary of your findings there, which should be several paragraphs. And then in APA style, you don't use a heading for conclusions. So as soon as you're done with the summary, you're going to put your conclusion paragraph. Signal your conclusion by starting it with "in conclusion" or "to summarize" or some sort of visual cue that tells me you're wrapping up your paper with your summary paragraph. Your reference page is set up for you with the title there for you, but you need to put in all your references. If you've been using articles, I've been giving you feedback on your article reviews about your references. If you've not been using articles or you've been struggling with that, you're going to not have as much feedback here. So you'll delete this text and you'll put your references here in alphabetical order. So the last name of the author that's listed first, you'll alphabetize by that, and they all need to be in correct APA style. And all 5 need to be there. Nothing else needs to be there because you're not supposed to be using anything other than your 5 articles for this paper. The other thing that you're going to do, hopefully is a little bit fun, is to create a handout that you are going to share with your peers. I get your paper, but I want you to share your research with your peers. So the basic criteria for it is for it to be visually appealing, organized, easy to read and understandable, and that it really is something useful for your peers that tells them something the textbook doesn't. Make sure you include your topic, why you chose it, and what you found out about it. You're going to post this handout in the discussion board, and your peers will rate them, and 5 of your 20 points will come from how many stars you get on average. You can see how I will provide the other 15 points here with the rubric. There were already some examples posted of handouts, but I did post some more that you can look at. The topics are going to be irrelevant because this was for an entirely different class, but it kind of gives you a visual of what they might look like. I'm going to post another video showing you how to write the citations here in just a second.